Hi everyone, today I'm going to do a little first impressions video of the Revlon Colour Stay Moisture Stain, and then I've got a little mini haul. I went into Boots to get some cotton rounds and this happened. You're never going to see a really big haul on this channel, I just don't do that. I tend to only get a few things at a time, but I thought I'd show you what I got because most of these things are new to me. So the first thing I got was this illuminating powder from L'Oreal. As I said in my camping makeup video, my Bourjois rice powder is running out, and that was a limited edition. I haven't been able to find something else. I like a translucent powder, so I wanted something that kind of had a similar effect. So I got this one. This is in Rose Boudoir, sorry. I don't know whether you can see, I used this a tiny bit last night, because on this side it's really shiny, and when you get it, it's all shiny all over, but I used it a tiny bit, and I just wanted to show you that this kind of shiny, and it really is very shiny in the flesh. It's just an overspray, and when you actually take that off, the product underneath isn't shiny at all. I don't know why they do that, because you're not going to want a face powder that's like pearlised to that extent. So I don't know what it's advertising. I think the powder underneath is fine. It's kind of like a translucent pale pink colour. It's actually got a slightly more of a pearl finish than a sparkly finish, which I think will look better than my old Bourjois powder. I nearly got the BB powder. I was kind of tossing up between the two of them, but I do think L'Oreal's powders are actually very good. It's one of the things they do well. So yeah, got that. I got a mini of the Tony & Guy sea salt spray. I've had this a while ago. When I had shorter hair, I thought I'd try it out. Now my hair's grown out and it's a bit longer now, but I really liked it before. It gives a nice bit of kind of curly, wavy texture. I've got curly hair anyhow, so it's not. It just kind of gives the curls a slightly matter texture with a bit more grip, which helps them hold better, I think. So yeah, I enjoyed using that. When I had it, the last little one lasted me quite a long time. I've never bought the big one of this, but I have had the big one of the curl spray. I don't know what happened with that. I bought it a long time ago. I've had the curl spray twice, and it's got a lot of alcohol in it, and I think that the top isn't very well sealed, and the alcohol seems to evaporate out of it, and then the bottom, you kind of get this gel that you can't spray out through the pump, so you have to like buy a new one when it's only like that far down. So I stopped getting that one and moved on to something else. But I did really like this the last time I got it, so I thought I'd get another little one. Then Revlon, oh sorry, hang on. That one was $8.99, and the mini sea salt spray was £2.19. And then Revlon in Boots was on 2 for £10. So I got the Revlon Moisture Stain because these were just new and I wanted to try it. And I got the Colour Stay Gel Envy, which I think is the new name for the Colour Stay Gel Formula nail polishes, in this fantastic purpley colour. It's a really dark blue base purple with a really small blue and violet shimmer, and I've done a little swatch of it. Please ignore the texture, because I stuck my finger on it twice. There's nothing wrong with the texture of the nail polish, and that's this one here. With 2 coats it's really opaque. With 1 coat it looks really sheer and like it won't be opaque with 2 coats, but it is really opaque with 2 coats. It's kind of like a jelly formula. But I do think this looks really nice, and I'll look forward to wearing that in the autumn winter. It's exactly the kind of colour I like for the autumn winter. I mean, really I'll just wear any kind of colour any time of the year, but I'm really feeling the bright colours at the minute, and while the weather's still nice. So I'm really glad I got that, and these formula, the gel formula is really good at Revlon, as good as anybody else's. And they didn't have a lot of colours, but they seem to have changed the name and brought out a lot more colours recently. So I'm looking forward to trying some more of them, and this is called 430, and it's called Showtime, and full price that would be £6.99. And then before I went to Boots I went into House of Fraser and I managed to get a sample of the brand new Fusion Ink foundation, which isn't even out until the 10th, so I was quite lucky with that. They weren't selling them, but she did try a bit on my face and give me a little glass sample. And I'm going to put a little bit on my hand. And this is one of the oil-based foundations that dry down, and this is meant to have a matte but moisturising finish, a bit like the L'Oreal, the one that's meant to be really watery, and the new Maybelline one which is out in America. It kind of has a really, really thin texture. I think it looks really nice. I tend to go for a more matte, dewy finish, but this is meant to be really long lasting. I think it looks nice. It feels nice, like has a really nice soft feeling, more like skincare than a foundation. Very much like the other Yves Saint Laurent foundation I've got. Yes, I might do a little review of that at some point when I've put it on my face properly and worn it for a day, because I haven't done that yet, because I only just got this yesterday. But yeah, I feel quite lucky I managed to get a hold of that. They don't often give out samples, and though they say it's a 7-day sample in these things, if they fill it up, there's a lot more than 7-day sample in it, so that should keep me going for a little while, because I cannot afford to buy a new foundation at the minute, and I've only got, to be honest, I've got two. I don't really need one at the moment, but I do like the sound of this new foundation. And finally, we're going to do a little first impressions of my Revlon Colour Stay Moisture Stain. So, these are meant to be a bit like the YSL Glossy Stains, or I think the L'Oreal, are they called Rouge Volupté? I'm not sure. Like a cross between a gloss and a liquid lipstick, and I got this in number 25 Cannes Crush, which is, it's looking a bit more red in the viewfinder, but it's kind of a very pinky toned coral, which I kind of fancied a kind of corally gloss. More of a pink tone definitely suits me, and I tried this on. It definitely leans a tiny bit orange on me, but I think that's more my skin tone than the actual gloss. The applicator is really, really bright pink. So, and it's kind of a pointed shape. So there's quite a lot of colour in it. I would say it's more of like a quite pigmented gloss. It's actually looking more opaque on the screen than it is in real life, which is fine because I didn't really want a really hyper pigmented product. I kind of wanted something that's kind of semi-sheer and easy to wear, just a nice summery gloss in a kind of corally colour. But it definitely has that more modern feel of gloss. It's not really sticky, and it feels quite moisturising. For some reason it feels really cold when you put it on, and then as you wear it the gloss kind of wears off and it leaves a really fine stain on your lips. I'd agree, that's what it's meant to do. I'd agree with that. It doesn't stain my lips that heavily. You can definitely tell there's a bit of colour on it, but I would definitely feel like I would want to put another coat on rather than just go around with the stain on. But yeah, I think it's actually quite nice. And another thing which Revlon's done, I know there's been a lot of complaints recently about products in Boots, etc., with not having labels that go over, and this time it had a really large label that went up to about here, all the way across here, and then when you peeled it off it left this small label on the side, which I think is a really good idea because it has the what the product is and the sizes and things on there, particularly with the Revlon stick balm things. They only had this little tiny piece of plastic on the side and it was really easy to get off, and for it not to be noticeable when it had been taken off, and people were just opening all of them and not leaving the samples. I don't know what the Boots near you are like, but they're very hit and miss, and the large Boots near me is really bad for things being opened, and quite often you can't find what you want because they've been opened. So yeah, I think that's a really good idea. I think pretty much everybody should do that. The powder had quite a good sticker on it as well that was reasonably sized to keep people out. I think half the problem is that they don't keep the actual samples in a decent condition. They're there to get used, and the shops don't replace them, or when the tops get left off, or they get dried out, or there just aren't samples there at all. But yeah, I think it's quite interesting. I'll probably give you a more in-depth review if people want one at some point when I've tried a bit longer, but I would definitely say it's kind of a gloss, but without that sticking feeling. I really hate sticky gloss. It feels more like to be honest, I really don't like lip gloss all that much, but I think I'll definitely wear this. It kind of feels on your lips more like a cross between a gloss and a moisturising lipstick. And I've got a Minaress lip gloss. It kind of feels a lot more like that, which other ones in that Minaress range are actually liquid lipsticks. Yeah, I quite like that. Hope everybody's having a good day. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye everybody. Bye.